Hello, Slice and Dicers. My name is Brian, and today we got something really special for you. Shit. Fuck. Wrong channel. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler, and welcome to another episode of Everyday EDC. Today, we have something actually really special for you. Oh, boy. Do we have the unboxing of 2020 right here. I had to contain the beast underneath my Manix 2. That's why I put my Manix 2 on top of him, just to contain it. He's getting out of control. But first, before we start, cheers. Cup of Joe in the morning. Oh, so good. All right. Let's get into it. I had to rewrap it because I couldn't wait to see it. Today we have the Dewalt Tanto knife. Oh, I didn't have to rewrap it. I tried to create a little bit of suspense there. But what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to review this lovely little guy. And then we are going to do a fucking, just an everything on it. We'll review it. We'll go over some specs, some comparisons. I'll give my overall thoughts. And no, I'm not going into this like this knife sucks. I'm going into this like this knife was $12, and before I knew anything about knives, I used to think Dewalt was the brand, right? So the Dewalt knife must be good, right? Well, let's find out. As you can see, I'm not being too entirely careful. Packaging. Jesus Christ, they sure know how to package some shit. Good Lord. This thing must really be a beast to require all that. I'm just going to throw the packaging away there. To require all that packaging, this thing must really be a beast. So first and foremost, actually in my hand, I don't hate it already. I kind of hate that. Action on it's great. The ergonomically speaking though, like in your hand, it's not terrible. Like that's not awful ergonomically. So I'm kind of going off of guessing here. This kind of feels like a aluminum body. Probably some stainless steel inserts. We probably got in, I think that's an aluminum backspacer with the lanyard hole. Tip up only carry, or tip down only carry, which interesting. No ambidextrousness here. For those of us who are interested, it not only has a thumb stud, but also a pocket pecker. It locks out pretty. The lockout is almost 50%, maybe more. Blade play, no side-to-side blade play whatsoever, to be expected from the Dewalt factory. Blade centering, actually dead nut center, as to be expected from the Dewalt factory. We got this Tanto with some serrations here. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So, let's do our typical, let's do a little bit of measuring, see how long this guy is. This guy's blade length's coming in at about 3 1/4. Overall length is about 7 3/4. Cutting edge is probably just about 3 1/4 there. Let's check the blade stock on this Dewalt. We're gonna call it Tanto. I mean, that's the blade shape, but didn't really have a name. The type of steel that was on there too said stainless, so that was cool. Really? So the blade stock thickness is actually pretty thin, 110 thousandths. That's some pretty thin blade stock actually, if you want to look. And my Manix 2. My Manix 2 is coming in between 120 and 130 thousandths for the blade stock thickness. Let's check the behind the edge. How well do they do their grinds? Not bad. They're showing 20,000s. All right. Yeah, I'm getting about 20,000s behind the edge. So, this little gem here. I don't know why you have a flipper tab and a thumb stud. Probably because you have to use them both. I can't really get it out like that, so I flip it out and then I use the thumb stud the rest of the way. At first I thought it was going down so tight that I thought it was a Tanto. I thought it was an assisted knife, and I'm like, Jesus. Let me run in, I'm gonna go grab my torque set real quick. I'm gonna see if I can loosen that up. Why am I spending so much time on a Dewalt knife? Well, it's a $12 knife. And this is for those people who... Oh, you fucker. Jesus. T8 pivot screw. I think the whole fucking thing's spinning. It feels tighter. There it is. So why am I doing this? Well, before I really got into knives, but I thought I was getting into knives, and excuse that, that's the coffee in the background, piece of shit. Before I really got into knives, I thought I got into knives, so I was just buying knives that were cool, right? You'd look at it and be like, oh shit, I want that knife, that's only $10, and then you start learning about shit. So, I go to Tractor Supply about once every 2 weeks for like food for the animals and shit. And it started off, I'd go to their clearance section. I got this camelist chunk, which I actually really like. The camelist chunk's kind of cool for like $8. I keep passing this up. This was like a $12 knife. Well, yesterday I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just get it, you know, just as a spoof. I'll throw it on the channel, we'll see what it's all about. And actually, like, the feel, like, I do feel like I can do some work with this knife. Now, is it what we would expect out of the other things? Check the... We're gonna check the, Motherfucker. Okay, so, while you feel like you can do some work with this knife, even though it has 20,000s behind the edge, it is straight up dull. Let's see if I can cut with this upper Tanto portion. Ooh. Yeah, the top side's not too bad. So anyways, I pass this knife up all the time. When I first got into them, I was like, oh, that's a cool, it's Dewalt. Dewalt has to be great. You kind of forget that this is probably made in China and they just slapped the Dewalt name on it. But, I mean, there's nothing else other than a stamp that you could just paint on anything. And then this yellow, what is that? It's like a yellow, almost like a rubber inlay. That's actually kind of cool. That is actually pretty sweet. It feels like that feels like rubber. It's like a rubber inlay right there. And then you got this Dewalt right there. And of course, no markings on the blade. Nope. So let's do a quick weight check, and then I will do some size comparisons for you just to kind of jack around on this video today. What does this look like? I just had it, then I lost it. I wasn't sure if it reminded me of like a school bus or something. 4.79. 4.78. She's getting skinnier. At least she's on a diet. I think this little hole right here is meant to also assist in the opening. As like this knife is so tight to open and shut that maybe there's 3 people required, one pushing on the flipper tab, one pulling on the thumb stud, and one pulling on this like fingernail nick kind of thing. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, in your hands, you're kind of like, it's different. I actually really love this rubber inlay. I think that's cool. Duller than shit, which I'm sure with stainless steel I can strop it or something and it'll get into shape because it's probably the world's garbage, most garbage steel. But yeah, 3D to open this. Seriously, watch this though. That's the action we're working with here. This is some next level shit. All right, just to kind of give you guys a quick size I was gonna actually run through everything for the size comparison, but I'm not. So this is like a $32 knife, this rat. This is a $12 knife. If I were to do a battle to the death with these, this alone, I could fucking open this knife. Oh, I can drop it too. I can't do anything with this. What is this on? Oh, you can definitely see it. Look at those Teflon washers. Yeah, there they are. And one's bigger than the other, which is different. Yeah. So it's got this school bus shape. The ergonomics aren't awful. This is a size, so rat 1. Another $35 knife, the feldspar. Another $40 knife. 40 to 50. I don't remember on the Tenacious. That's the Spyderco Tenacious. Doris. That's like 50 or 60 bucks. So you guys get the picture. All right. Well, maybe we'll make this the channel's mascot, kind of like the Lady of the Sea and, you know, the what is that? Nick Shabazz's the Z Hunter. There's right. We can make this the channel mascot. This fucking thing. All right. So you guys have a week. Come up with a name for this fucking dumb thing, and that's what it'll be. I'll see if I can get like an etcher and like etch it in here somewhere. The best, I'll choose the name from all your guys' input, but let's keep it relatively clean. We're not gonna name it like the fucking, you know, the Dick Smasher or anything. What the fuck? So we're not gonna name it anything like that, but like, you know, something clever, like Lady of the Sea. Like, that's clever. It catches it. It kind of is obnoxious, right? Come up with something like that. The Dewalt stainless steel Tanto serrated 3-person opening knife. One last one for you guys. Let's see here. Yeah, no recess. I'm seeing if I missed anything. The best part about this knife is this recessed rubber inlay. It's probably dirt cheap and people are probably laughing at me, but I actually love that. But we'll do one more of these before we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Everyday EDC. This is kind of like a spoofy review. It's not really meant to be spoofy, but I will review these from time to time because everybody sees this shit and they want to see it. Like, I almost bought this fucking like 12-inch knife because it was like 10 bucks, but anyways, everybody sees this shit. And so those of us who are now have the responsibility to correct people on this shit, we should. Should you buy this knife for $12? No. Don't get this knife for $12. Go buy a fucking box cutter for $5 if you're gonna do that. Way better. Alright guys, this has been Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler. Have a great day.